So this is the Renault Kadjar. Now, it was first introduced by Renault in 2015. In 2018, it had a really small little facelift, which included new LED lights and a rear bumper. They also upgraded the engines, and there's some new tech inside as well. So let's go inside and take a look. So once inside, and it's a reasonable place to be. There's some good quality materials up the top here. It's quite soft and squidgy. It's got some nice little detailing on it. There's some little chrome bits around the air vents here. The material does get a little scratchy further down, hard plastics here. And this piano black, which looks nice, but it will mark quite easily, unfortunately. And the seats are really comfortable too. They've got good bolstering, sort of both here and here. And they've got this lovely little detailed stitching in the blue, which lifts it a little bit. There's quite a lot of storage. Get nice little 2 cup holders here. There's a decent sort of arm rest here, which has a little shallow coinage tray there, and then a much deeper cubby there, which is very useful. This armrest actually slides so that you can get comfortable when you're driving with it. There's a decent sized glove box. It's not the massive. There are 2 USB charging ports down here, and just here there's a 12-volt socket there as well. Now this is the S edition. There are 3 other models. There's the Play, which is the entry level. There's the Iconic, that's the S edition, and then there's the GT line. Now they all get, as standard, a digital readout. It's quite simple, but it does look quite smart. You get a 7-inch touchscreen, which is integrated, and it does look quite smart. It is Renault's R-Link system, which is quite basic in its functionality, but it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you've obviously got your sat-nav and stuff like that. Moving down, and you've got your nice heater controls, which they're so simple, so easy, and nice big chunky dials, just how I like them. And it's very, very easy to get the right temperature on the move without having to take your eyes off the road. Down here, there's a rocker switch for your cruise control and your speed limiter. So you choose whichever one you want, and then the speed is set by these buttons up here. Once in the back here, and actually there's a decent amount of space in the back for your passengers. The backs of these chairs are sort of sculptured out so that you have a lot of knee room, which is great. And actually, even with the sunroof, which normally eats into your headroom, I've still got a decent amount, and somebody a lot taller than me would fit in here quite comfortably. It might be a bit of a squidge, 3 abreast, 3 adults abreast, but 2 kids in the back here, absolutely fine. It has a reasonably small transmission tunnel, so there's no fighting for foot space, which is good. Now, you don't get quite the same quality of materials in the back here. Everything's a little bit hard and scratchy. You do get 2 charging points down here and a 12-volt socket. Okay, so in the boot. Now, it's a decent-sized boot. It's a really nice square shape, and you have this nice flat bed here, which is great. Now, it's split. So you do have some little storage underneath, which is handy. And this one, it comes up and it'll divide it. So you can have 2 different sections. So if you're shopping, if you've got bottles and stuff like that, you can squidge them all in so they don't fall over, which is very, very handy. And then to put the back seats down, you just pull this lever here and you get a nice through bay. Now, with the seats in place, it's 472 litres of space. With the seats all down, it's 1,478 litres.
Our test car is the 1.5 Blue dCi S Edition. Now, while it's not going to set any pulses racing, it is a reasonably good engine. It'll keep pace with the flow of the traffic on the motorways, but take your foot off that gas for the merest moment and you do quickly lose that pace, resulting in having to work the engine and gearbox really hard to regain that momentum. Our car's fitted with a 6-speed manual gearbox, but there is the option of a 7-speed auto. Driving around town is really nice and easy. The steering is light and it all works well. You get front and rear parking and a reversing camera as standard on the iconic and above models. The Kadjar is built for comfort rather than pace, and it does a decent job of keeping everybody comfortable even on twistier roads. The high driving position gives you good all-round visibility, and the ride is comfy too. Despite riding on those large 19-inch alloys, the suspension does a really good job of absorbing impacts. However, the payoff is a fair amount of unwanted tyre noise. The Kadjar has a curb weight of 1,428 kilos, and with the club's recommended 85% of that figure, that gives you a towing weight of 1,214 kilos. It also has a nose weight of 75 kilos. Our car was fitted with a retractable tow bar, which is a £765 option. There's a toggle located in the boot that releases the tow bar, and then you can just snap it up into its locked position. However, this wasn't as simple as it should have been. A good old yank on the toggle finally got it deployed. So in summing up, it's a really good all-round family SUV that is practical and really prioritises comfort. However, if you are a more regular tower, you might do better to look at the GT line, which is where you can get the more powerful 1.7 litre engine and you have the option of 4-wheel drive too.